Right then, fast forward to 6 years later. Day one's finally here, and we're leaving the Premier Inn this time, rather than Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures HQ. So that means it's only one thing: we're off to Orlando. Woohoo! Yay! We're off to Orlando. So we're just leaving the Premier Inn at the Trafford Centre, at the western part of the centre. Down there is the David Lloyd. And of course there's a couple of other complexes. There used to be a DW Sports here, but apparently DW Sports closed. The only sporting goods chains you see in the UK now is JD, Go Outdoors, and a few other places. And of course there's Evans Cycles. And as you know, Dawn is just broken. So there's the Trafford Centre right there. There's the tower at Barton Square. And wow, this is a great place to be. When you look at the John Lewis store, it reminds you a little bit of Dillard's in Florida, because that is where we're heading for. So there's the Trafford Centre in the early hours of the morning. There's the gas station over there. Oh, there's a Pulsar just arriving in on the 247 into the Trafford Centre. There was a 247 service in the Stourbridge area back in the day, which is now today's number 7. And the 142. So we'll see you once we've gone through the traffic lights. Okay, here we go. We're now just coming to a next set of traffic lights. So there's the petrol station, the gas station, which we always used to go to when we visited the Trafford Centre in the past. But apparently it's been closed for refurbishment, and it's operated on behalf of BP. You could see a little bit of the BP there. So next time we're probably up here, it'll probably all be done. So there's the entrance to the Trafford Centre. If you remember, the Trafford Centre was under Into back in the day, but obviously Into no longer own the Trafford Centre, because Into went into administration 4 years ago. So here we are. There's the Chill Factor, which is now Beyond, and of course there's the Trafford Golf Centre, which includes American Golf, and over there's the Trafford Retail Park, which has a B&M on, a Boots and a TK Maxx. So we're now entering the M60, the orbital motorway around Manchester. So here we go, leaving the lovely Trafford Park behind, and of course it's goodbye to the UK, because we're off to the US. Yay, we're off to the US now. So here are some important signs: Manchester Airport, M56, Altrincham, the A56, Ring Road South and East, Chester, and the M56. So we're on our way. So we're gonna go head all the way down towards the airport right now. Yep, right then, here we go. We're now entering the entry point for Manchester Airport. And there's a sign, Quarry Bank Mill. We're in the north. We're in the northwest of England, not the Midlands. Quarry Bank Mill. So, as always, as we come to Manchester, there's always that sign, Quarry Bank Mill. And so we are just now arriving into Manchester Airport. And remember, as you remembered, we are flying with Virgin Atlantic. And Virgin Atlantic operate from Terminal 2, and whenever we've been to Florida in the past, we've always flew from Manchester. And you probably may be thinking, hey, why couldn't we fly from Birmingham? But obviously Virgin don't go from Birmingham, they only fly from Manchester and London Heathrow to Orlando. They used to fly from Gatwick up until 2020, but they've switched the Gatwick operations down to London Heathrow. And so the only airline that flies from Birmingham to Orlando is TUI, but TUI do not fly into MCO, they fly into Melbourne. And before that they flew into Sanford. And yes, we have flown into Sanford in the past when we went with the defunct airlines, Thomas Cook Airlines, Travel City and Air Atlanta. So we're now going to be in the left hand lane now, because we're heading for Terminal 2. So we're just going to get in the left hand lane now. Left lane, this one. Anyway, we're now getting into the left hand lane. So going straight ahead is for Terminal 1 and Terminal 3, and we flew from Terminal 1 before when we flew with Thomas Cook and Travel City and Air Atlanta. And so here we are, just arrived at, so we've got to cross the roundabout and turn and go to the right hand side, and then we've got to go to the Terminal 2 East meet and greet. That's right, meet and greet. So anyway, there's the entrance point. That's the Terminal 1, and there's the flagship hotel, the Radisson Blu, with the Skylink walkway with the travelators, but there's not many travelators left on the walkway, unfortunately. And if you look at the walkway at night, it lights up. So we got to go to the meet and greet, so we've got to keep following the directional signs. So meet and greet sign, it is it's that exit here, this one here. So anyway, as you know, speaking of Skylink walkways, when we get to Florida, there is one walkway at Universal just like this one, but open air. And here we see an Enviro 200 ADL on the transfer bus, and APH MCV Evora. So we're going to go to meet and greet, so keep following the directional signs for meet and greet, and it's on level D. So meet and greet, it's this one here. So this is the car park where we'll be based, because we've used this car park before when we flew to Florida in the past, way before this YouTube channel ever existed. Here we are at the barrier, so we're just going to press for the token. Oh, anyway, just gone through the barrier, so we've got to go up to level D on the car park. As you know, this car park's given letters rather than numbers, so this is car park level A, well known as arrivals. This is car park level B, so keep going to the right. We've got the old Manchester Airport directional sign, so we're going to keep going up. So we're going to go up. So this is level B, car park level B on B floor. We're now coming up to C floor, which is car park level C, where we usually have parked, where we used to park a lot of times. And there's the old signs. And finally up to level D, departures level. So so here we are now at departures. So there's Terminal 2. So if I don't see you off, so anyway, this is the level for the meet and greet. So welcome to Manchester Airport, Terminal 2 meet and greet. So just going to get to the barriers, because what happens, people drop off their cars here, and the park and rides, the meet and greet staff will park the car while we walk to the terminal. And obviously there is no need to wait for a transfer bus, as it's connected to the terminal via a covered walkway. Welcome to Manchester Airport. Okay then, we're just arrived here at Manchester International Airport, and we are here in the check-in hall. We checked in overnight last night, Virgin Atlantic, so we're now in the older part of the terminal, because this part of the terminal is all being developed, so this will be done by next year. So if I don't see you, I'll be going through security, and as you know, I'm not allowed to do any videos or photographs within the security area, so I'll see you once we've gone through security. Okay then, we've just gone through security. The process was normal, so that was good. And as you see, you've got a good view out onto the apron. The plane, Virgin plane, Air Leader Shamrock. And we're now heading for departures. So there we go. There's a plane there. And we're now going to go up the escalator to departures. And this is a bit like the same process what happened at Sanford Airport. So here we go. Let's go up the escalator. Anyway, here we are on the escalators. Manchester Airport, Terminal 2, Otis, and we're going on to departures. This is just like being at Sanford. when we flew with Thomas Cook in Travel City, Air Atlanta, and the same also happens over at Melbourne. So here we are in departures. Okay, here we are on the Travelator, the moving walkway, Manchester Airport, Terminal 2, and this is going to the A gates. And these are Otis's. And as you know, this reminds me back in the day when we used to fly with Travel City and Thomas Cook when we flew from T1 on PSC. So this is the walkway to gates A1 to A12. Very nice modern terminal this is, compared to the old one we used flying to. And the next Travelator is of course broken. Typical. Alright, now heading down towards the A gates. Oh, I can't believe this Travelator's stopped. So, it's a view of the airfield. Virgin plane, the operating
KLM flight KL1030 to Amsterdam. Final call for all remaining passengers to go immediately to gate A1.
That's what we look for. Whoa.
Alright, here's a view out onto the airfield. Got a Qatar Airways parked over there, an EasyJet, Virgin Atlantic, Jet 2's just pushed back. There's the air traffic control tower and the old maintenance hangar for Thomas Cook Airlines. There's the old air traffic control tower, the 1962 one. And here we are on the piers at the airport, Terminal 2. As you can see, it's very bright, very modern compared to the original one that we used to be flying in from. So obviously that's all now been redeveloped, so we're now on the new airport now. So got Qatar Airways, A6, that's going to Doha. And the 2E going to Kefalonia. It's this white one here. A good picture of the plane. Very nice one that one is. The pier here is a bit like compared to the one at Orlando International. This is like 3 times, I think it's 3 times the size as the one at Orlando International, because that's where we're flying to. There's the air bridge, the Virgin Atlantic. There, I think that's VS73. I think that one's on the afternoon flight to Florida. But it's very nice, spacious, lot more bright lights on this terminal compared to the original one that used to be here. There's a TUI. Gate A8. I think. And here's a Virgin. And here's a Virgin plane. Lady Emmeline. Very nice one, that one is. Okay, here is a good view out onto the airfield. and we're walking past the travelator, which is out of we're walking past the travelator that's not working, and actually thinking of me going this way, this actually reminds me that I'm arriving back rather than going. Oh, very weird, because obviously the arrival passengers are below this level. They're on level 10, while this one is level 20 of the departure lounge. It took a while for this to be processed, and well done Manchester Airport for delivering. The poster. Doctor 3. Alright, these are the lifts at Manchester Airport, T2 West, Departure Lounge, Manchester Airport Terminal 2. And these are Gen 2s, capacity 1600 kilograms, 21 persons, built 2019. Third floor, let's go down to 2. There's no mirror in this lift. Now look at, a second, go up one more time. Very nice lifts these are. Third floor, 2. Watch how the circle goes. Second floor. Okay then, these are the lifts to the Aspire Lounge and gates B1 to B10, T2 West, Manchester Airport, Terminal 2. Let's call it. Here it is. Go down to 0. For gates B1 to B10. And this is also a Gen 2, capacity 1600 kilograms, 21 persons, built 2019.
Ground floor.
0. Let's go up to 2. Up to 2.
Going up. Doors closing.
Here we are. Here we are, 2.
Second floor.
And that's it. Okay, this is the Terminal 2 busing lounge. Yeah, so we're now at ground level. So we've got a nice view onto the airfield. Right there. It's a very nice, bright busing lounge and spacious. And well done Manchester Airport for doing such a good job improving the facilities. And that's the next part of the pier that's to be done. I think that will be done when the final phase is completed. We've got an excavator out there. So, very spacious this part here at T2. Okay, here we are. This is the other part of the B side. There's a Hainan Airlines plane there. So this is very nice, modern, and usually it's rare that long haul flights get the busing lounge, because normally it's for like the short haul and the internal flights. And this is also a presence here for Jet2.com, the friendly low fare airline that also plays a Jess Glynn song, Hold My Hand. Darling, hold my hand. There's the old air traffic control tower right there. Built in 1962, which will likely be demolished sometime next year maybe. But I'll keep you up to date as always for what is happening here at the airport. And there's the old part of T2 there. Okay, we're just now going up the stairs. So just go watch it on these stairs because it's a bit awkward. Going up the staircase. Wow, what a nice view it was. Going to all the different gates. You wouldn't really expect it that much, but especially me being an aeroplane enthusiast, it's very brilliant. Gates A1 to A12 and 201 to 211. The original gates here at Manchester was like in the 200 series and gate 300, but they've actually changed the gates around since they've done the terminal up. So you got gates 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 207, 208, 209 and 211. Here we are on the upper level. So we're now on the upper level. Right, here is what's going on here at Manchester Airport. Got an Emirates plane over there, so there's PSC where Thomas Cook used to fly from, if you remember them back in the day. But not anymore, unfortunately, because they've stopped trading. There's a Swiss Air Eurowing. Swiss Air just pushed back. And if you remembered, we're actually in this position when we used to fly here in the past. But that was in the old Terminal 2. As you can see, there's the old maintenance hangar. It's now STS and there's Jet 2. Not there. Okay, got to 4. Alright, these are the lifts at T2 West Departure Lounge, Manchester Airport, Terminal 2. And these are also Gen 2's capacity, 1600 kilograms, 21 persons, built in 2019. Here we are, fourth floor. Let's go down to 3. Go down again. These are very nice Gen 2s, these lifts are, and these lifts go up to the lounges. Let's go up to 4 one more time. I'm going to go up the balcony. Anyway, we're going to go up on the balcony next. Well, some sort of balcony. On the viewing platform. There's also a smoking area upstairs. Here up floor 4, and that's it. Okay, here I am now on the balcony here in T2 West of Terminal 2 here at Manchester Airport. This is very nice and modern compared to the original one that used to be here, which always used to look a bit dark, dingy, and it was a bit dated and it needed to be updated, but finally we've got a world-class terminal, and just you wait when the eastern half is completed, it will be a very warm welcome to Manchester. So up here you've got the lounges and of course the Amber Ale House, the Giraffe, also the Say Carlo Cicchetti, the Bridgewater Exchange Pub, which is actually a local Manchester name, and the Evergreen Bar and Brasserie. There's not much of the high street fast food outlets like Burger King here, but hopefully when the new terminal opens they might bring that back in. And also there's a Manchester's famous food market that's also happening as well. So as always, I'll keep you up to date for what's happening here in Terminal 2. Alright, these are the entrance lifts to the T2 West Departure Lounge, Manchester Airport Terminal 2. And these are Otis Gen 2's capacity, 1600 kilograms, 21 persons, built in 2019. Here we are, 2. This is where the security area is. This is level 2. Let's go back to level 3. Departures. Very nice and modern these lifts are. I'm going back up. And here we are at level 3. And that's it. Arriving is Singapore Airlines and Airbus A350. I'm back from Singapore. Very nice plane. Just parking up out the terminal.
Flight 366 Challenge August, aboard at gate A9. There's a passenger name call for Miss Doyle and Mr. Taylor. Please make your way immediately to gate A9. Thank you. Enjoy your food flight today.
Okay, we're now going down towards the gate now, which is gate 202 for the Virgin Atlantic VS75 to Orlando. There's the view out onto the airfield. What's this? Fast escalator in the UK. So we're gonna, it's on the far side, so we're gonna do a U-turn when we get to the bottom of the escalator. So just gonna go make a U-turn. Yeah, VS75. Yep. So just gonna go downwards now. Notice. So it's through the door, same area where we were going through security. Sorry if I'm having to drop my phone because there's a lot of people in the background. So, here we go. Right then guys, here we go. Gates 201 to 206. No, 208. It's a lovely view out onto the airfield. Right there. So the walking distance between the gates, 200 to 500 metres. Just bear with us. So, lovely Jet 2. Just trying to be a bit discreet down here. It's a bit tight. So, here we go. So I'm going to turn right here. Here's a picture of the new departure lounge. Okay, now go down the stairwell, down towards the level for gates 201 to 208. And this is actually the old part of Terminal 2. So there's a lift there, but that's only for crew only. So we'll turn right at the end of this corridor. So departure lounge but that way. So we're going to keep going straight ahead until we reach the designated gate area, which is for our flight to Orlando. So as you know, the corridor is quite long, so I'll see you once we get to the end of the corridor. Okay, here we go. We are now going to go upstairs onto the upper level of the departure lounge. And you can take the lift, but obviously it's actually for crew only. So we're now going to go up the stairs. So there's the old air bridge. And if you remember, when we were crossing here, it was actually the level for what used to be the arrivals passengers here. So going up. Now we're going up. It feels weird going across the old arrivals level rather than being on departures. So here we are. View out onto the airfield. And to me there. Okay, we're now in the old part of Terminal 2, which is like dated now, as it does look a bit decluttered compared to the original Terminal 2. Well, to the new Terminal 2, but this is sure to be developed anytime soon. A bit like going across the old dispersal bridge at New Street, where you used to get access to the platforms. So we're going to go to the gates 201 to 202. So this is the old part of T2. Gate 205. Ah, that's an old Dudley number, 205. And here's a view out onto the apron. See a Virgin plane here, Virgin Atlantic, A330. Thank you. The restroom facilities has been updated. Yes, the aircraft we got today is an Airbus A330. Very excited about this one today. I come into the desk, so I'll soon have to stop filming once we come to the other side of the entrance gates. So this is gate 203. Here we are.
Virgin Atlantic flight year 75 travelling to Orlando. Thank you for waiting. Now I'd like to continue my ride with customers in groups 1 and 2. That's customers in groups 1 and 2, which includes our premium silver. So please board now for gate number 202.
Alright, now boarding Virgin Atlantic flight VS75 from Manchester Airport to Orlando International Airport. And we're boarding an Airbus A330 known as Mademoiselle Rouge, which is the one we travelled on in 2011 and 2013. So, to the right hand side is all the arrivals, and so arrivals down there, and we're now boarding the aeroplane. First time in 6 years. So here we go, I will see you on the plane. Anyway guys, we're now on board the plane, the Airbus A330 Mademoiselle Rouge, which has now been retired from the Virgin Atlantic fleet. And of course, the cabin crew made a couple of announcements. And just as when the safety demonstration was coming towards the emergency exits, the safety video stopped working and then had to be swapped to a manual demonstration. And that was the most funniest thing that I've ever experienced on a plane. Anyway, here is the announcement from one of the cabin crew.
Welcome on board members of our exclusive flying club. If you'd like to join the club and start collecting points today, or a range of exciting benefits, look for Flying Club on our in-flight entertainment or speak with a member of the cabin crew. We'd also like to welcome our Virgin Atlantic holiday customers and those joining us from Sky Team Alliance and other code-share partners. While you're checking in, please place larger bags into the overhead lockers. If you are sitting at an exit or front row seat, the floor area is clear. To help us leave on time, please take the seat shown on your boarding pass as quickly as possible and fasten your seatbelt. Just a reminder that the motor is not allowed on board at any time. Taking photos and videos is allowed on today's flight, but you must get consent from all the customers and crew before including it. If for any reason a crew member asks you not to take photos or video footage, please comply with their instructions. We expect our flight to take 8 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you and welcome on board.
Right then guys, here we go. We're now leaving Manchester Airport for Orlando International Airport in Florida. So I hope you're going to enjoy the flight as we go all the way from Manchester in the UK over to Orlando. First trip time to Orlando in like 6 years. The last time we went was 2018, and there's a TUI 787 operating the Dreamliner aircraft. There's a Jet2 Holidays, Hainan Airlines there, and so we're now en route to Orlando from Manchester. There's the new part of T2 that will be done when the whole terminal's done. EasyJet over there. Very exciting. We're on the A330, Mademoiselle Rouge. Now there was a couple of issues with the safety
cabin
video.
crew, please now take your seats for takeoff, thank you.
Now there was a bit of an issue with the safety demonstration, so they had to do it as a manual demonstration, unfortunately. And never listened to a manual one for a while since the last time we flew with Thomas Cook. So there's a Thai Airways just parked up, Aer Lingus A330 Shamrock. Aer Lingus had picked up a lot of work from Thomas Cook, Ethiopian, and there's the control tower right there. And there's a Virgin A350, I think that might have been in for a service, because I think that was the one we were meant to be going on, the one that includes the cameras. And so we're on the A330 Mademoiselle Rouge. Haven't been on the A330 since 2013, because we've been the last time, because as you remember, Virgin traditionally used 747s from here at Manchester, and then they that was up until 2011 when they switched to an A330 on some flights. Then they rescheduled it back to the 747 in 2014 up until 2020. Then 2021 they changed it to the A330 and the A350. However, the Virgin do have Dreamliners, but however they don't. But obviously the Dreamliners don't go to Orlando. But they just fly over to New York John F. Kennedy International Airport. So there's the air traffic tower. Here at Manchester there's the fire station, and down there is the runway park. So I will see you once we get towards the runway. Okay, here we are by the runway park, and as you can tell there's been a fault with the safety demo, and then it's still playing, but it will be switched off.
So if you have any questions, just ask. Now sit back and enjoy your flight, and thanks for watching.
So there's the old radar tower. Seatbelt signs are now on, so that means it's time for takeoff. Unfortunately, we won't get the view of the terminal.
Once again, cabin crew, seats for takeoff, thank you.
Now, unfortunately, we won't be able to get a view of the terminal, but we will get a view of this lovely farm. And there's some sheep there. Yeah, there's a bit of a farm near here. Very weird. So we're going on to the runway. So we're taxiing around to the runway. Mini Harbour pylons over there. And so the aircraft is just about to head for the runway. First time we've been on the A330 in a while. This is going to take us all the way to Orlando International. So here we go. Now on our way. Are you ready? Here we go. Here comes the sound. And we're off. So enjoy the takeoff. There's a bit of
before you settle down for the flight. As the fasten seatbelt signs are still on, or they've just gone off, but always keep your seatbelt fastened. Oh, yes, they are remaining on for now. Now, turbulence can happen at any time, so we strongly recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're in your seat, even if the seatbelt signs are not illuminated. If you're using a blanket or duvet, fasten it over the top so we can see it clearly and won't need to disturb you. Be careful if you open your overhead compartment in flight, as items may have moved during takeoff. Smoking, including electronic and smokeless cigarettes, and vaping is not allowed on board, and toilets are equipped with smoke detectors. If you are connecting your electronic equipment to the in-seat power supply, please do not leave it connected while you're not using it. If your device becomes hot or produces smoke or flames or falls into the seat structure, do not move the seat position and inform a crew member immediately. As our flight time today is approximately 8.5 hours, we'd like you to take time to enjoy the entertainment. You'll also find a selection of travel health and relaxation programs on how to stay comfortable during the flight. Now, these can be found in the wellness sleep sections in both TV and audio. Well, please don't forget that we are here to help, so if there's anything else that we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, then please do ask us. Otherwise, sit back, relax and enjoy the Virgin Atlantic experience. Now, the entertainment system is still just rebooting. It should be on very shortly if it isn't already. Thank you.
Okay then guys, here we are. We have now left Manchester and we're on our way to Orlando. So this is the in-flight entertainment system. So this is the map of the plane. So we got here's the plane we're on, an Airbus A330, and we've got a great view here. So time to destination is 7:53. Destination is to Orlando. Oh, I think I can feel a bit of shake in the aircraft, so it could likely be that the aircraft will have to expect a turbulence. Because the aircraft might be having a turbulence. But obviously, if it was going to get that worse, the seatbelt signs would come on and tell us all to fasten our seatbelts. Well, for the cabin crew. This is very nice, very spacious aircraft. Now, the flight service manager today, sorry if I couldn't get the full welcome announcement, because obviously it had a bit of a difficult problem. And so I had to like split the video, but obviously the flight service managers are very helpful on today's flight to Orlando. So you can look here. So this is a bit of a flight to Florida. So good view there. In the passenger seat. So that's the map of the plane. So if you look, that's the globe we're on. If you can zoom in, there is Iceland, but we're cruising across the Atlantic over to Orlando. So I could like get into the plane. So you can see the capital city, London, in etc. All in alphabetical order. Movies. You can see the clouds. So here's all the different movies, all the good selection of movies. Of course, a tribute with the lovely Amy Winehouse, and of course in the game section. So this is Flight Entertainment System. So there's just not much, even though there's not much of games on here, but obviously it is a good flight. And just go back to the map. So just go back to the map. So flight path from Manchester to Orlando. So it's really good they've updated the map. Manchester. So got loads of different places. So Manchester now. So there we go. Okay then, time for the food review. So I've got a bread roll, some sort of salad, chocolate pot, Jacob's biscuits, Cathedral City cheese, butter, and the food I've got is barbecue chicken. So I'm just going to tuck in and enjoy. Manchester. The flights they use for Manchester now is an A330, 747 and an A350. But however, these type of A330 aircrafts are set to retire very soon and replaced by the 900 series A330s known as the Neos. But as always, I will keep you up to date on the fleet that's happening with Virgin Atlantic.
Yeah, no, we got him on the shoes on.
It's the Virgin Atlantic Airbus A350-1000 aircraft, which is actually one of the newest type aircrafts to be delivered to Virgin Atlantic, replacing the much loved 747s. And this goes alongside my 787 Dreamliner, which I bought back in the year 2018, 6 years ago, along with one of the other 747s. Manchester is. So Manchester is the largest city in the north of England and vies with Birmingham for the title of England's second city after London. Manchester's history is firmly set in the manufacturing industry. So you've got Manchester Town Hall, Old Trafford, the Beacon Tower, Media City, Salford, where Granada reports, North West tonight in Coronation Street is broadcasting from, Salford Quays, and if I go up there,
Thank you. Oh, yes, sir.
yep. Yeah, just here on. And London, obviously you got Bristol and Birmingham, but obviously Virgin don't fly from Bristol or Birmingham. So London is not many of the world's cities. So you got Tower Bridge, which lies on the Thames, Buckingham Palace and Victoria Memorial, and Tower Bridge is also London Bridge, not to be confused with the song title. London at the nursery rhyme. London skyline at dusk. The Tower of London with the gherkin. London skyline with the London Eye, formerly the Millennium Wheel as it was built. And of course, Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, where the government do their weekly press conference. And Aberdeen. Aberdeen is known as the Granite City. So this is all about Aberdeen. And Edinburgh. So Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. And you got as well in London you got Harrods Department Store, you got Edinburgh City Centre, Scottish National Gallery, Jenner's Department Store as well. So Glasgow also is the terminus of the West Coast Main Line from London Euston, Glasgow Central, and of course you've got Glasgow Queen Street as well. The Edinburgh station's called Edinburgh Waverley. So Glasgow. And moving on to Ireland, Belfast, and all this is also where the Irish pop groups like Bewitched, as well as Bewitched, you got Westlife and Boyzone, and also Nadine Cole from Girls Aloud. It's from Ireland. So quite a few bit of interest about the UK. So that's the UK. So now we're scrolling back towards where the plane is. So Boston. So this is Boston.
Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, Boston, Massachusetts. And then of course you got New York, also named for the Famer. And there's also a song about that by various different artists. So it's a city that never sleeps. New York City is vibrant. Of course you got Manhattan, Times Square, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State Building, Times Square, the Statue of Liberty. Of course there was the world's largest Toys R Us shop within New York City, but there isn't anymore. Washington DC is where the president is, the White House, where the President of America, Joe Biden, obviously this is where the US president has their president based. And Atlanta, over in Atlanta, got the skyline of downtown Atlanta, the tidal wave. So that's all about Atlanta. So, and here we are, Orlando. So So that's where we're heading to, Orlando. So you've got downtown Orlando, Cinderella Castle at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, the Kennedy Space Centre close to Melbourne Airport, and of course you've got Universal, Islands of Then, Universal and SeaWorld. And welcome to Miami. And of course you've got Miami, named after the song Miami by Will Smith. So you've got Miami in South Florida, Havana, then you got Havana. So this is Havana. Cancun in Mexico. A lot of people go to Mexico for their iconic pyramid. It's like Georgetown. And of course we've got Montego Bay in Jamaica. So you got Jamaica. So that's all they got. Not sure. Let me just Barbados, Antigua. So these are the various different destinations where Virgin fly in and out of. So you got Antigua, St. Lucia. So you got St. Lucia. Barbados, and Virgin fly into Bridgetown Grantley Adams International Airport. Tobago. So you got Detroit. So you got Detroit here. So Detroit, Chicago. Got all the information on all these different cities in the states of Florida. I'm trying to learn all the different cities. Houston. Las Vegas, Vegas, Nevada. So you got Vegas. So you got Las Vegas on here. The fountains, the Bellagio fountains, and the skyline of Las Vegas right here. So that's Vegas, and moving on to sorry, pressed the wrong one. Los Angeles. So this is Los Angeles, home to Hollywood, and of course it's also where Simon Cowell, who was the judge on the X Factor, did his judges' houses in Los Angeles for most series. Of course, Hollywood Walk, the Angel Spike Railway, which is the funicular railway, the American version. version of the funicular railway, because the funicular railways in the UK is in Bridgnorth, Aberystwyth, and of course Bournemouth. Virgin don't fly into Bournemouth because Bournemouth is only a small airport. And finally to San Francisco. San Francisco, home to the Golden Gate Bridge, and you get that on the soaring ride at Epcot, San Francisco downtown skyline, and there's the unique cable cars. So that's all of California. So that's all the information on the flights over to Orlando. Oh, last one out, Seattle. Oh, Vancouver in Canada. So we got Vancouver. What's there? So we got Vancouver, North America. Mexico City. So that's all the so that's it. Right then, here's information on the flight to Orlando. So the local time in Manchester is now 18:21 in the evening. Nearly time for the 6:30 news. The evening news at 6:30. And also time arrival into Orlando is 14:41. After the airline meals comes the duty-free service, but however the duty-free service is suspended at the moment. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it will come back into service very, very soon, but we don't know for sure yet. So anyway, here is the mile high tea, which consists of sandwiches, a scone, and all sorts of surprises. So I've just had myself the mile high tea on the flight, so we're not far away now from our destination. Now here's something else to be added to my Virgin Atlantic memorabilia, but obviously I've already got it myself. Here at Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures HQ, the salt and pepper shakers, which are pinched from the first class, well, the upper class cabin of the plane. And that is a shout out to Debbie, the flight service manager, who was on the outbound Orlando flight. So I'm giving a shout out to Debbie and the crew on the flight. And I am looking forward to be flying with you all again very soon. Don't know when yet, but obviously, as you know, when it comes to Orlando or any other trips, I'll always throw in a teaser. So hopefully I'll look forward to see all the exciting Virgin Atlantic cabin crew again very soon, whenever that will be. I don't know. And thank you to Debbie, the flight service manager. Okay then guys, as you might have heard from the cabin crew member, we will soon be starting our descent into Orlando International Airport. So they've been making the announcements, for example, like keeping your personal belongings and loose items throughout the seats, and also telling people to take the opportunity to use the washrooms, as the fasten seatbelt signs will soon be turned on for landing. And of course, they're also talking about what's going on with Virgin Atlantic and also all the currency. So they'd like to thank the flight team members. I'd like to thank everyone who's
On arrival into Orlando, eligible customers should use global entry or the mobile passport control app. All other customers will be directed to use the biometric or facial recognition entry system. Please follow the signs in the immigration hall for any instructions from the local customs officer. U.S. agricultural regulations restrict the import of certain items into the United States, including meat, dairy, fruit, vegetables, or meat and dairy-based products. There are spot fines for anyone found carrying these products.
that was giving us directions, giving us information upon arrival into Orlando, and it's been a great flight all the way from Manchester. So. Here we go. We're ready for descending. Here we go then. Let's go. Well, nearly. So, 38 minutes now, 37 minutes until landing. So, seat must be in the upright position with the armrest down. And my ears have slightly popped, as you'd probably guess. Typical. Well, as you know, it's natural. Everyone's ears pop when they fly on an airline, even when they go up high hills like the Clee Hills, Monclow Hill, possibly Egg Hill Lane, and even on the tube. So, it's a lovely day in Orlando. So we are now about to come down now. Okay then guys, we are now landing into Orlando International Airport, the gateway to Florida. So yeah, there's an aqua park, a bit like Cliff Lakes in Tamworth, back in the UK. Got some good views in here. there's some tower cranes there.
Oh, wait, it's because
So, yeah. So, oh, we're going along the water. So, after 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we are. We're on landing. Oh, and here we are. Welcome to Orlando International Airport. Now I can't see the terminal as that's on the other side, just like when we were here 6 years ago. But here we are. Welcome to the States. And there's the power station over there. The cooling down. So here we are. Well done, Captain. So the flight service manager is going to welcome us here to Orlando. So here we go. Welcome to Orlando, everyone. So here we go. Welcome to Orlando. So here we are. Just leaving the runway now at Orlando International. Back here. First time in 6 years. So we're going to get the flight mode sorted. There's the JetBlue aircraft hangar. And Delta here. Now, as you know, Delta used to fly from Manchester, but they don't anymore because they haven't been flying there from there since before 2020. The same with United and American Airlines. So there's the air traffic control tower, the main one, which you'll see for miles.
Well, welcome then to Orlando, where the local time here is just coming up for 2:45 in the afternoon. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt signs. Now, we'll return any items we have stowed for you as soon as we arrive at the terminal. If you were given an infant life jacket at the beginning of the flight, please do have this ready for collection by the cabin crew. Now, before you leave us, just remember to check around your seat and in the seat pocket to make sure that you have everything with you. When you're opening the overhead lockers, do be careful as items may have moved during landing. Now, if you've yet to donate any loose change or foreign currency to our charitable causes, there will be a collection bag available as you leave the aircraft, and we say goodbye. Now, we do know many people are celebrating on board today, whether it's an anniversary or a birthday. Congratulations, have a super time here in Orlando. We'd just like to mention a happy 50th to Rata and in 50 Golf, and 22A Kieran is his birthday today as well. So happy birthday to you both, and as I mentioned earlier, have a fantastic time for celebrating here. Well, now to help keep the cabin cool whilst we're on the ground, can we ask you to close your window blinds unless you are seated at or just in front of an emergency exit row, and just to open as well any air vents. Now, next time you travel, please remember to download the Virgin Atlantic app from the App Store to manage your booking and check-in online. And don't forget to join our Flying Club programme to collect Virgin points today for a range of exciting benefits, from reward flights to exclusive discounts and more. Well, we do hope you've enjoyed your time on board with us today. We do know you have a choice of airlines to fly with to Orlando. On behalf of the captain and the crew, we'd like to thank you for choosing Virgin Atlantic. Well, goodbye for now. Have a safe onward journey, and we do look forward to welcome you back on board again soon. Well, thank you and good afternoon.
So, anyway, here we are. We have just now landed into Orlando, where the local time has just gone. It's now 2:45 in the afternoon, the USA time, and whilst the aircraft is continuing taxiing to the terminal, we must all remain in our seats until the aircraft has stopped and the captain has turned the seatbelt signs off. And we need to make sure we keep the aisles and exits clear and return any items that the cabin crew has stowed as soon as we reach the terminal. Phones must be kept in flight mode until after arrival, and remember, most airports don't allow people to use mobile phones or cameras in the customs and immigration hall. And also the cabin crew will have the life jackets handed in, especially the infants. And of course, on behalf of all the crew, they hope that we all had a great flight all the way from Manchester Airport, and we are now welcomed into Orlando. So here we are now, arrived at Orlando. So we just now go close the window blinds and get the cabin crew well on the ground here for preparation for the returning customers back to Manchester Airport. So now we're going to take care of our airport staff in Orlando, and now the process. Right then, the process of getting off the plane. As you know, for those people who've not been to Orlando before and might have flown into Melbourne with TUI, it's a lot different compared to being at Melbourne, because once you exit the plane, you follow the air bridge and then you'll follow the signs to passport control. There is a door in front that will be secure, because obviously that is for arriving passengers, that is only for departing passengers from Orlando. The only people that cross that area are the internal passengers. And so what we then have to go down to the lower level concourse here in Orlando, and then go make our way to the passport control, the immigration border control, and get our passports done, and then collect our suitcases at the luggage reclaim hall. Oh, JetBlue flight taking off. They now do flights into the UK now, London Heathrow. So JetBlue is just taken off, so we're now under the territory of JetBlue, Southwest, Delta and United. And of course, once we collected our bags and gone through customs, we'll then need to head upstairs to board the little terminal monorail, which is known as the APM, well now known as the Gate Link. And that'll take us into the main terminal building, and we'll be arriving on level 3 of the main terminal building, and that is also for check-in and security. And once we come off the Gate Link, we'll then go down to level 2 for those people who do transfer their bags, and then go down to level 1 for the car hire, which is ground transportation for car hire or transfer bus, and then we'll get into the car hire. And this year here at Joe's Bus Train Plan Lift Adventures, we're using Hertz rather than Alamo. So here we are, welcome to Orlando. So we're arriving at gate 83 and got a Virgin A350 just there. So here we are. This is there's the A350 just arrived. I think that is the one for Manchester VS74. So you've got gate 87. That was the gate where we were when we last came, when we were coming back to Manchester. So we're occupying. So you've got Latham there. So we'll see once we get to the gate. After a bumpy approach into the United States of America, welcome to Orlando International Airport. And we just arrived on gate 83 of Airside 4 Terminal B at Orlando International Airport, which was the former departing gate for the former London Gatwick flights, but I assume that the London Heathrow flights do use this gate occasionally. But however, the last time I've been there, it was departing on gate 96, which is on gates 90 through to 99, while the Manchester flights, they mainly go on gate 80 through to 89. So the gates we've used from Orlando back to Manchester was gate 81 twice, and then we used gate 87 once, and the return gate, which is on day 15, which none of you would want to experience, we were on gate 86. And of course, we just landed, so we're just going across the air bridge. So I'm actually on mute at the moment because obviously a lot of copyright noise is going on in the background. But welcome to Orlando. Now, as you know, getting off the plane here in Orlando, it's not like being at like Melbourne or Sanford, because obviously it does take a long walk. But the walk here is not as long compared to being at Terminal C, where you have to walk for ages. Whereas here, once you've collected your bags and gone through customs, you'll then board the first ride of the holiday, which is the Gatelink, with greetings from Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. So here we are. Welcome to Orlando. Right. Here we are. This is the corridor now. Very nice big wall here. And we're now heading for US Customs and Border Protection. So here we are. So now I'll stop filming as we now go through border control. US Customs and Border Protection. We are now entering the US Customs and Border Protection here at Orlando International Airport. Now, you're not allowed to film or take pictures within the area because it is restricted and it's strictly prohibited. So I cannot take any pictures or do any videos when I'm in the area because it is very, very tight. Well, obviously, it's down to GDPR because most airports don't allow people to use mobile phones or cameras in the customs and immigration hall. Okay, the US Customs and Border Protection here in Orlando wasn't too bad. It was good process. And then after that, we went to collect the luggage from the luggage reclaim hall. And then after the luggage reclaim hall, through customs, and now it's time for the best ride of the trip. That's right, the monorail, the APM, the shuttle, well now known as the Gatelink, over to the main terminal building. So that means only one thing. It's time to listen to Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. If you're a resident of Central Florida, I'd like to welcome you home. And if you are one of our 70 million visitors, welcome to the City Beautiful. Okay, we're now on the Gatelink. Orlando International. Go over to the main terminal.
They didn't amend the plane.
Please stand clear of doors announcements shortly.
Please stand clear of the doors and hold on to the handrails. The Gatelink will be departing momentarily for the main terminal. You will be arriving on the third level of the main terminal building. Baggage claim is on level 2.
Hello, this is Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer.
And he's Buddy
Dear
Dyer.
residents, welcome home. You're one of our nearly 7 million visitors. Welcome to the City Beautiful. Here, imagination becomes reality in our parks and attractions. Aesthetic experiences are found in our art scenes, sporting events, and small businesses. In Orlando, there's something for everyone. To help you enjoy your visit, everything that makes Orlando unbelievably.
Right then, the immigration process was as normal here in Orlando, and it wasn't as bad as compared to being here last time, where we had to queue up for 2 hours, and the customs is alright as normal. So, here we go, we're now on our way to the main terminal, and the Virgin A350 parked up on the return flight to Manchester. So here we are, entering the main terminal building, where we then have to proceed down to the
Gatelink is approaching the main terminal building.
When the Gatelink stops, please exit from the signs to baggage claim. Remember, resort and other ground transportation options are on level 1. Here we are, now arriving at the main terminal. Okay, we're just now arrived on level 3 of the main terminal building here at Orlando International Airport. We next need to drop down to level 2 and then down onto level 1, where we'll then pick up the car from the Hertz car rental company, and let's begin our 2-week holiday in Florida. Right then, we just come to the car rental garage here at Orlando International Airport, because as you know, all the cars are parked in the garage area. referred as a multi-story back in the UK. So we are going to get the car sorted and then we'll drive off to the Sheraton Vistana resort at Lake Buena Vista. And as you can tell, Orlando International Airport is a massive, massive airport. So I'll see you once we're out on the road. Okay, we've just exited the international airport. Southwest Airlines just took off, and of course we're parallel to the railway tracks. There's a railway line that serves the airport now called the Bright Line. So we're going to go to the south exit. So here we are at the exit here at OIA now, heading out of OIA, Orlando International Airport. Gosh, and this is me filming the American roads. It's a lot different compared to being on the UK roads. So we're gonna go. It's a big, I think it's not south. I think it's south. Don't know really.
I wouldn't say it's there. That's back into the terminal. That.
Okay, here we go. Heading for south, the 417, the Green Line Expressway. There's a view of the other terminal for the domestic passengers. Got the air traffic control tower up there. Now, as you know, we'll be able to see this for miles away because we'll be going to SeaWorld. Spirit Airline just over there. That is for the internal passengers. So the airlines serving B-side is Air Canada, Alaska, Allegiant, Allegiant, American, Bahamas Air, Bermuda, Breeze, Delta, and Jet. And of course Allegiant. Wait, I thought they flew into Sanford, but obviously it looks like they fly. And Terminal C is for BA, Aer Lingus, Emirates, GOL, JAL, all the following airlines. So isn't it weird seeing?
Come the wrong way.
And I believe we're in the wrong position. Well,
Yeah, the wrong way.
I thought we had to do it because I thought we had to go the other way.
so anyway, there's the shuttle.
Like Terminal B. This is.
Anyway, this is driving around. There's American Airlines there.
Got a north exit here, so you can go.
Where?
It says there, north exit.
North
You
exit.
see?
Yeah.
43C.
Down to SeaWorld.
Yeah, 436.
Which is the north exit.
In the middle lane.
Yeah, middle lane. So we're going to get into the middle lane. So apologies for us, like with the gossiping. It's just like it's.
This is north exit here, isn't it?
So we're going to go north exit.
Right.
So that follows along the hotel.
So pretty straightforward, is it?
No,
I'd have thought there'd have been a sign for like.
So just by the air traffic control
I'd have thought
tower.
there'd have been a sign for interstate.
This is still saying terminals. This is. North exit there, Stuart.
And there's the other terminal. That's the. You can see there's our plane that we just came.
North exit.
That we just came in on. And there's the A350. So that's the Terminal A. And there's the shuttle. That's going over to Terminal C. So that's the plane we just came on. We came on the A330 from Manchester. So
Still smells new, this car.
and here's the bridge, is the train line, that's the train line for the Southwestern Terminal at OIA. Well, now let's begin the holiday, guys. So I will see you once we've cleared from the airport grounds. Right, we just left the premises of the airport, so we're now on our way. Oh, American Airlines just taking off. That might be heading maybe for Kennedy Airport. So now let's begin our 2-week holiday here in Florida. Well, let's begin our holiday in Florida, our vacation. So here we go. We are beginning our holiday here in Florida. So I'm going Right then, we're here at, you probably guess, that's right, the Sheraton Vistana Resort here in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. And this is where we'll be staying. So this is brilliant. There's the Blue Heron over there behind the trees, and there's the golf course, Crazy Golf. So it's very nice to be here in Orlando.
Should we see how we fix this time? Should we do that one? Have a look at the adventure golf.
And yeah, we could, and also we might look at doing the adventure golf maybe one of the days. So anyway, we are staying on the court section. We never stayed on courts before, because before we stopped on Springs, Cascades, and of course the spa section. So Springs, Cascades, spas, and the spas and Springs. So Springs, Cascades, and spas. So here we go. We're now going to the gatehouse. So we're going to the gatehouse now. And straight ahead is for the Fountains and Lakes complex. And we always tend to go there time to time. So here we are at the barrier. So we're now at the gatehouse. So now at the gatehouse. Here we are at the gatehouse. Alright. Alright, so we've just gone through the gatehouse. And this part here is the Cascade section. There are some elevators. As you know, the lifts in this country are referred to as elevators. So just beware if I was saying something else rather than the usual type of saying as when I'm compared to being back in the UK. So we're going to the court section. So we've got the foyer area, the building. So this is the Cascades bit, and just behind this building is of course the Cascades swimming pool, and there's a waterfall in the Cascades area. So there's the Cascades pool over there. So we've been on the Cascades. So there's the Cascades pool with the waterfall. There's because quite a few pools here have waterfalls, and as you know, I do love waterfalls myself. So we're going to go straight on for the courts village. So we're going to go onto the court. So I'll see you once we're in the room. Okay then. So we just arrived at the Sheraton Vistana Resort here in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. And as I was disembarking the plane at Orlando International Airport, I had a little note from the flight service manager, Debbie, who wrote it down for me, and it was very impressive. And she said, "To Joe, we hope you've had a lovely flight with us today. Have a great time. From Debbie and all the crew on the VS 075. So that's another shout out to the flight service manager and all the crew. And you were so brilliant. And I hope you might remember me in future flights in maybe years to come. But I don't know when. But as you know, I'll always be throwing in the teasers. So keep watching, guys. Okay then, here we are. We are just now arriving at the so we're now arriving at the Sheraton Vistana Resort, and as you can tell, torch is on. So we're just now arriving at the Sheraton Vistana, and we were originally in the court section, but however, due to obvious reasons, we've swapped it to the falls section, which is closer to the falls swimming pool, which includes the water slide. So as you know, the quartz pool is one of the small pools where there's ropes separated in between the middle section of the pool. And then of course you've got the main big pools. You've got the Cascade swimming pool, the super pool, the fountains and lakes pool, and of course the springs. So over there, as you can tell, I can't believe my torch is on. So the activity centre right there. So there's quite a few good things going on here. And so over there's the Marriott World. Can't believe my torch is on for the holiday. So here we are, now arriving at the Sheraton. So here we are, arriving at the fall section. Okay then, we just arrived here. So this is the place where we're staying here at the Sheraton Vistana Resort. As you can tell, there's a fan in this room, so I'll just turn it on for you. So I'm just gonna, oh, it's starting to turn on. I think there's a might be. Let me switch it on to see. Oh, there we go. So got the fan turned on now. So getting the air circulating. So it's been a great journey all the way from the UK here to Orlando. And so this is the place, Sheraton Vistana Resort, Lake Buena Vista. And we've had a great flight. And so it's been a fantastic time. Whew, we've had a great flight. So anyway, we're going to just settle down now and see you for the next vlog, which will be day 2 of the trip. Anyway, as you know, I don't own the rights to these pics, but obviously with photography on the plane, it is very tight. So you must always get consent from other customers or crew before including them in the footage. And if for any reason they wish you not to use them in the footage, please comply with the instructions. But obviously I'm just showing you the interior of the plane itself. So anyway, that's it. End of the day 1 video of the Florida 2024 throwback. The next upcoming video will be over to Volcano Bay, located at the Universal Orlando Resort.